Okay, I'm Yvonne. I started sewing probably, I was 10 or 12 when I really wanted to sew, and my mother didn't sew. And I had my grandmother's old treadle machine, and Daddy told me that I could have all the clothes that I could make. And back then, we're talking in the early 50s, so fabric was 25 cents a yard. And our skirts were not pleated, gathered. And since I had a 22-inch waist, I could get 5 yards of fabric in my skirt. So that only cost $1.25 to make. And Mom didn't sew, so she took me all the way down to Long Beach, California, to see my Aunt Irene. Now, we lived in Alhambra, California. And in those days, it was only a half-hour drive. Today, it would be a 2-hour drive. So Aunt Irene taught me to sew, and then I made all my formals for Job's Daughters, because I was in Job's Daughters as a teenager. And I made all my formals. I went to 8 proms, so every prom I made a different formal. And I don't have any of my pictures of the beautiful dresses I made my daughter when she was little. When she started kindergarten, I had made her 25 dresses with the pinafores and the underpanties to match. And her teacher said, "Is this child ever going to wear the same dress twice?" And I loved it. And I would give anything to have those pictures now. Yeah, I moved down to Kyle, Texas. And it's totally different than the Northwest. I miss my beautiful big trees and all my friends. But I have my special son and his sweet family next door and all the wonderful friends that we've made here in Kyle, Texas. If you were going to start sewing now, depending on what age you are, the one thing I would say is to make sure you get a serger. That I didn't have a serger until just about 5 years ago, and it is heaven. And then, of course, to get a really good sewing machine. Something that you can not only sew with, but you can embroider with, because sewing embroidery just brings you so much joy. I'm grateful for everything I have. I'm grateful to be here in this part of the country and have wonderful friends. I'm grateful to have my son next door, and he is such a blessing to me. And I pray that this goes over well, and thank you for listening.